everybody, it's Lebo with Lebo's Pinball. We're working here on the Star Trek from 1978, 79. I think it's officially 79. Anyways, we got some paint work done last time here on the back box. Just try to fix some of this blue that was really kind of staring us in the face. It was needed to be updated. I went ahead also and I took care of the black that was on this around the perimeter. There was a lot of areas where there was paint that was missing. So just touch that up. So now we're going to pull the paper off this and go ahead and put it back up on the cabinet. So here we go. All right, there we have it. It's on there, and actually I think it looks pretty good, and it is definitely just kind of shaking things here. Way more solid than it was before. So we definitely solved that problem with that little plateau in the back or whatever, that mounting area being loose. That's solved. And one thing I might do, just as a little quick touch up, I was not going to do it at first because I was afraid, hey, you don't have like a parting line here, so what if it doesn't match? But after this is dried, now that I put 2 coats on it and it's fully dried, it's matching actually really close. So rather than just leaving this all kind of raw, I might come in here and just kind of touch that up a little bit, fix some of that blue, maybe a little bit through here. I think it'll improve it. I mean, I do like having just a little bit of that weathered look in it, but this game's really starting to shape up nice. So I think it's worth doing. All right, so this is after a little bit of touch up. Not perfect, but definitely hiding some of those defects that we were seeing before. So coming along. You know what, the back box is looking kind of bad. But not anymore. I'm loving this paint. It's doing a great job, and it hasn't completely dried yet, and it's already looking really good. Matching well. All right, so I think we're pretty much done for focusing on the cabinet for now, and now it's time for us to shift back over to the playfield. So time to strip everything down, pretty much everything. Take everything down so we can start getting in cleaning this playfield. Look at this. You kind of got, let's see if we can zoom in here a little bit. Those are swirl marks, but I'm afraid some of it may be, you've got some cracks. And so we're going to try to minimize that. Make it look pretty good. Now there's areas where there's, some wear spots, but we're going to make the best of it and have it look good. Oh, and I couldn't help myself. I had to go ahead and start kind of testing out to see how this is going to respond. It's pretty deep to try to get these swirls out, but it looks like they are definitely improving. You can see that you got some of the cracks here, those little minor cracks. Although you don't feel it, it's really smooth, and that's pretty normal for things like that to happen. But just continue to clean and polish that out, and it should actually look considerably better. So there's also areas here where someone had painted stuff in and it was not clear coated. So some of that will probably come up, and we may address that just to improve it a little bit. So all right, let's get back to tearing stuff down. All right, so we've taken a bunch of stuff off the playfield. Not everything, but a lot of stuff's where I can go ahead and get started on trying to clean out more of all this dirt. Golly, I can just feel it. Get all this cleaned up, looking better, And we're going to do a number of other things, like these stand-up targets. I'm going to reface those. I think there's 5 of them. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The drop targets, we're going to put new ones there. The pop bumpers, I got new caps for that, but I noticed that this Mylar here is not looking too good, so this is going to completely come out, and I got to put a new one in. Something else that's kind of weird, the lane guides that were over here, the red ones. Notice that we got one bulb that's nice and protruded out here, and then the other one, it's down there. But the sockets are they're different. And it looks kind of factory underneath. I don't know that that's right, but we're gonna work on that and get it all good. So let's get to cleaning. All right, well, here's just some quick progress so far. Some of the little ball swirls are not entirely coming out, but they're definitely getting lighter. And I've also got a really small dual action orbital buffer that I've actually gone over this surface after using a little bit of the magic eraser. And I gotta say, it is really, really slick. So it is cleaning up. It is getting better. But it's not going to get all the defects out, but I will tell you, this game is going to play really fast. You can just see some of the sheen coming off on this. So we're just going to keep on pushing ahead. Okay, so while I'm working on this playfield and getting things cleaned up, I went ahead and I took the plastic posts and I put them in my ultrasonic cleaner. This is probably, I don't know, gosh, at least 3/4 water, maybe more, and the rest was simple green. And just wanted to share what has happened. This is the result of it soaking in the simple green. Actually, it was overnight, but I ran the ultrasonic cleaner probably for a total of about, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, and then just let it soak, and it was hot water. These look terrible. Don't do what I did. I'm going to order brand new ones. These are not expensive. And that's what I should have done last time I ordered stuff from Pinball Resource. But I'm just going to get all new ones for the game because, like I said, they're not expensive and they'll look a lot nicer. The ones that are here on the left are ones that have not really been cleaned at all. I mean, there's crud. I mean, you can't really see it too well, but I mean, there's stuff that's on it. And I was hoping just by putting it in the ultrasonic cleaner that it would help just break a lot of that stuff off. There's like old rubber residue, but it's like it bleached out the color. They look terrible. I mean, not all of them are quite as bad. I don't know, they're bad. So thought I'd share that. One lesson learned, don't do that. All right, so it's coming along, polishing up pretty nice. Even these metal pieces I've taken apart or taken off and try to buff out a little bit, improve it some. Now this pop bumper here, I can't remember if I said it already, but this one's got some Mylar issues. I'm gonna take this one apart, see if we can replace that Mylar, clean it all up, replace it, and kind of continue on. But it's coming along actually quite nice. It's shining up pretty good. We do have, some of the places where there is a little bit of the some paint that's gone, some where it's worn through a little bit. But honestly, it really doesn't look bad. It's in some ways it's a little bit camouflaged with the artwork. So, all right, let's keep going. right, so with all that detached from the bottom, here it is. This is how that whole pop bumper comes out. So they're always kind of a pain because you got to undo the little light, the wires to the little light holder, and it's, you know, there's actually a screw that it's already dropped out here on the bottom, but you got the screws that hold it, the whole thing together and down in there. But you've got this base, you've got the body, you've got the ring and rod assembly, the skirt, and there's a spring in there, a centering spring that holds us all centered, so that the skirt comes back to the center. It's an all assembly. You got to take all that out just to be able to get to this mylar that's underneath. So now I'm going to work on getting that. I've done a couple ways before where I've taken a compressed air in a can. You turn it upside down, and you know, it shoots out really cold. That's one way to kind of break the adhesive off. Another way is you can put some heat around here, but you gotta be careful. The whole idea is you don't want to upset any of the artwork that's underneath. So you never know what's gonna happen. So this is looking terrible, so it's gotta come off. There is a post here I gotta take off here too. So, all right, let's get this off. All right, so I just got it off. I didn't get every bit of it on video, but I ended up going with the heat gun method this time just because I didn't have a can of that compressed air, that cold stuff. And it seemed like it worked okay. Yeah, I gotta say, it always makes me nervous doing it. I mean, there's this dirty area here. There is a little bit, as far as, you know, what artwork did it peel up? Tiny little bit that was right around here, and I think no matter what I was going to do, it was going to come up. But there's adhesive that's still on here. There's a trick. I think you can take flour and, I don't know, do that, and it helps break it apart, that and maybe some rubbing alcohol. Anyways, got to get that cleaned up, and then we're going to polish that out and put in a new piece of mylar. I've got a couple kinds. I've got one that isn't a stick-on. I've got floating kind. I mean, or at least I think I got both. I've used both, so we'll see what we got. Here we go. It is in place, and I think it's looking okay. So I had to take out this one little metal rail, you know, one like this, just because it was in the way. So I'm going to press it back in place, put the pop bumper back in, and we may just wrap it up for now. I've still got, you know, the next part here is I've got to go take care of these drop targets. So we'll talk about how to go replace those, and then we'll focus on how we're going to replace all these stand-up targets. But anyways, let's get done with this pop bumper and put it back together. All right, so the pop bumper is all back in place. I went ahead and actually put the bulbs in it and put the caps on it. So, hey, let's flip the lights out and turn a little battery pack on and see if we can light this up. Yeah, no, that's more like it. Yeah, they're looking good. I've got clear lensed, the warm white 2 SMD bulbs from Comet. They're in here. Not really a hot spot, I guess, probably because we got the artwork that's here, but they do light up nice, and they're nice and warm looking. So anyways, folks, that's it for today. Tune in next time, and we are going to, again, like I said, going to focus on the drop targets, the stand-up targets, and maybe those parts that faded out, those posts will show up, and we'll move on with getting more of the top part of the playfield done. So we'll see you guys next time.